deciding to kick me off the game for a second. I need to tell... Whoopsie. Just a moment, I'm trying to send a text.
Okay. No! Fuck. It is way too easy to grab the table.
I know. I think that the tables should not be movable, or the chairs, really. You know? I feel like the table and chair should just fucking stay there. Alright.
The chairs aren't movable, but the table fucking is.
I mean, the chair is definitely movable. Okay. So now that that's happened, let me actually go back. Cheers for being so creative. Yay. Oh boy. Alright.
Eyeballs are not happy. I'm over here now.
Oh, okay. Why exactly? So that we can grab the table?
Well, because the whiteboard is
Back over here?
over here.
Is the writing still on it?
I erased part of it, and I decided to erase everything. So
I mean,
I
that's...
wrote elf 12 HP, and I looked back to find something.
Oh, that's a P. I thought you were saying 12
I
hours.
Made an R. No.
I'm an elf, but only 12 hours of the day. During the day, I'm an elf, but at night,
Okay.
I'm somebody else.
Okay, so I rolled a 15 to go and find the lake again.
Okay. Alright, so you... After wandering aimlessly for a while, you realize that you can see a little smoke trail coming out through the trees, and you're like, ugh, that must be my fire. So you're walking. And you find... You're walking. And you find the lake again. Alright, roll a lucky check. Alright, so sadly, your fire is a little bit bigger than it was last time. You saw it.
I used the water of the lake to douse it.
Alright, let's see how well you do.
I don't have anything to hold the water.
Your hands, I guess. Alright, you do it
really well.
Yeah. So, actually, what you do, roll a fancy check. Let's see how fancy you do it.
14.
Alright, so decently fancy. My lady. My lady. This is why I was just like, why did you even... Here. He's like, put it down.
No, we need the table. I want it back.
It's fine.
Table.
Finally.
I can't grab. There it goes.
There you go. Alright, Bailey, sit down. Go sit down.
Okay. There. It's perfect. No, it's not. Hold on. It's sitting on the chair over there. Perfect. Okay.
Okay. Alright, so you see that the fire is a little bit larger than you wanted it to be. So you decide to dive into the water, and as you're coming back out of the water like a dolphin onto the land, you bring in like a little tidal wave with you. And you douse the entire fire. It is no longer a fire. It's just a bundle of sticks. A bundle of moist sticks. Yes, do a perception check. Alright, so you look around, so you see water, you see wet sticks, forest. The sun's kind of not there anymore. It's kind of dark now.
You look so sad.
So what you gonna do about this?
I'm gonna stay close to the river
Okay.
and build a campfire again, a new one, with new sticks.
Alright. So that didn't work out too well.
It didn't work out at all.
So you said that you were gonna do it with new sticks, but somehow you grabbed the same sticks. And it didn't work out very well because they were all wet. So plan B. What's your plan B?
Gather some sap from a tree, tear off a piece of my clothing and wrap it around one of the sticks,
Okay.
and then light it on fire.
Alright, so first let's see how well you get. Okay, I was gonna say the sap, so you didn't get very much. You got some. So let's see how well you chose your stick. Alright, so you kind of chose a really small stick, but it works because you only got a little bit of sap. Now let's see how well you get a little bit of your clothing. Alright, so in your process, so I need your dagger again. Alright, so get off of me. It's like the cord was wrapped in my hair. Jesus fuck. Alright. So, you're like, alright, I have stick. I have stick. I have sap over on tree. I haven't actually grabbed it yet because there was nothing to put it on. So let me grab this knife, and I'm going to grab some of my clothes, you know, smart way to try and wrap this tiny little stick. So you grab part of your shirt to try and grab, you know, a little bit. And you go to, you know, tear off just a little bit. And you make yourself a halter top.
Sweet. That's not a downside for me.
Roll for a lucky check. Okay, so thankfully it's gonna be warm tonight. Yeah.
I still need light, that's why I'm making this thing.
Alright, now roll for a lucky check for a different reason. Okay, so you go over to your tree. I'm using the wrong hand. You go over to your tree. You wrap the entire half of your shirt around this tiny twig, and you just kind of like shove it all up in this sap. And thankfully, it works pretty well. You know. Now let's see how well you can light it. Did you actually light this thing on fire? It's lit. Yeah, it's lit. AF.
Smiled.
Alright, so what's your plan with this thing? Are you just gonna hold it all night?
I'm gonna stick it in the ground, like, plant it.
Okay, and how close to the water are you putting it? Is this the water and you're putting it here, or?
I'm putting it a little further back, but not into the trees.
Right, like a nice
close to
halfway
the
kind of thing, maybe?
Like, here's the water, here's the trees, there's my stick.
Okay, alright. So, there's that. Hello there, Crambunctious. Pretty good. We're pretending to play D&D, because we definitely don't know how to actually play it, but it's still fun.
I'm a stupid elf.
Yeah, she's not very good at realizing how to do things, but she's really good at hurting herself.
I mean, I have 12 health. Now that I have a source of light, it's gonna be warm tonight, and the water is there. I'm going to eat some of my cinnamon bark.
So your cinnamon bark? Okay. Let's do a lucky check. Alright, so sadly, you go to your sack and you see that, you know, because of the fact that it's basically cinnamon at this point, it kind of went through your bag and you've just been leaving a trail behind you.
Hey, I have a trail marker!
Somehow you didn't notice that earlier, though. So you scoop the tiny little bit that's left, just about like a palm full that's left.
We don't have a red dye.
Oh, that's fine. Let me go in.
Disappeared when I was like stepping away to like grab a marker.
Alright, so. So you lick up your hand basically because that's all that's left, and you get four health somehow from just this little lick. Where'd the marker go?
It's from all the water.
From all the water. All right, so you are now at 16.
It's yellow.
Yeah, I don't know where the black went, so.
Oh, that's white. Sorry.
Oh,
And I'm
that must.
smacking shit in my room.
I mean, a second ago I smacked myself in the face, so.
Okay, there we go. Also, I'm not centered in this thing. Okay.
There you go.
There.
All
I
right,
was
so.
like sitting on the arm.
All right, so you gained some health. You're at 16 now. You're almost back to full health somehow just by eating this bark. What you doing? Basically, the rundown of what's happened so far was that she is an elf. She was in a forest. She was attacked by two of the little pixie things from Harry Potter.
I killed one of them.
She killed one of them. The other one ran away.
And ate it.
Yeah, and she tried to eat it. Yeah, that gave her 6 damage. That wasn't a good idea. Or actually, here, let me do it a little bit differently. She was attacked by pixies. As the pixies were attacking her, she thought to climb a tree. It didn't work out. She fell, hurt herself. And so she tried to attack these pixies. She did pretty good at attacking them. She killed one of them, thought that the best idea would be to try and eat the one she killed. Didn't work out too well for her, so she then wanted to try and find civilization. So she was going to climb this tree to figure out where civilization was, because she wanted to follow the sun. But she didn't really know where the sun was.
Moss.
She was following Moss the wrong way, but that's a different part. So she went to try and climb this tree, and she got stuck in the tree, and discovered that she had cinnamon bark on this tree. So she ate the bark, and somehow it had healing properties. So yeah, climbing trees didn't work out too well for her. She meandered for a very long time.
I ate a tree. I ate a tree.
It's true, and you just finished eating what was left of your tree.
Yes,
And she was trying to find water initially, and she finally found some. We're at this lake, and, so she's got the lake in front of her. She's got her cute little stick of fire, because she had to put out her fire.
earlier because
her campfire.
Started catching the
surrounding
woods on
area.
fire.
Yeah. And then there's a forest over there that she kind of came out of. So right now she's in a decent spot. It's getting late, though. So what you doing? You've finished licking your hand.
I'm going to rest for the evening.
All right, let's see how well. Okay, so you lay down and it's actually pretty soft, pretty nice. Let me see the black one. If I can. Oh, Bailey. Throw it far.
Throw it closer.
There we go. All right. So let's see. Oof. Okay. Sorry, but you're not gonna have a good night. So let's have you do a perception. See if you wake up. All right. So you kind of wake up a little bit, but you're like fucking groggy. And let me see. You. All right. So let me think. All right. So I have an idea of what's going on. So you're kind of groggy as fuck, and there's something approaching. You're not really sure what, but you hear shit. What's your groggy thought to do?
So something woke me up, right?
Yeah. You're half asleep though.
I look around.
All right, you don't know what the fuck. Yeah. Okay, what you see is the back of your eyelids. Cuz you're falling asleep again. All right, let me see that. All right, so as you're starting to nod off again cuz you decide that there was nothing there, you hear a very loud roar, and now you're fully awake cuz there's a fucking loud ass roar nearby. Let's do some perception, see if you understand what that is. Okay, so you
can understand all of it.
Yeah, so as soon as you hear it, you're like fucking shaking in your boots, and in your little halter top that you accidentally made.
Yeah, that's right, I made a halter top.
Yeah, she went to cut off some of her clothes. It didn't work out too well. Yeah, so you know exactly that is a terrifying bear.
Why do you have to bring bears into this? It's Skyrim all over again.
Alright, what the heck are you doing, girl? Are you cutting your head off with the chair?
No, the chair that I'm sitting in the game is taller than the chair I'm sitting in real life.
I mean, I'm not actually sitting in a chair in the game.
It's pretty much the same, honestly. It's pretty much the same.
Here, let me,
Oh, you can move chairs.
Yeah, no, I can.
It didn't want me to grab them.
If I can get it. There we go. Alright, so I'm pretending to be in this chair. Okay. Hi. So you hear that there's a bear, and you're shaken to your core because of Skyrim. What is your plan? Think of an objective.
173. Okay.
Wait, what? Sec, I need to look at what the comment was. I can't read what that said. Basically, Bailey...
Think of an objective for this.
Yeah.
A.e. beating a bossy thingy, gaining control of a city, etc.
Well, I mean, her first objective was to try and find water, and then she was trying to find civilization, but she kind of gave up when she found the lake. So she might be...
Water.
Here, I'll make a premise for you, Bailey. So the whole reason you're out here is because you were traveling to this place, to this city that you're not sure where it is, but there's some city that you're trying to go to because you want to be an adventurer.
I want to go to a brothel.
Oh my god. Anyways, back to the bear. What's your thought? What are you doing?
I grab my daggers.
Okay.
Where's the
Dagger
button?
1,
I grab
dagger
my
2.
daggers.
Yes.
Ah! Okay.
At what? There's nothing there.
No, that was just me saying daggers. Okay, so I'm guessing the sound of the roar of the bear was like all around me because of how loud it was.
Yeah, and since you're kind of in a lake, it's just kind of reverberating off of everything.
Let's hope these bears don't run on Skyrim logic. I'm gonna swim into the lake.
Oof. All right. So do a lucky check, Bailey. Okay, you're not super lucky, but all right. And will you read what that message was? I couldn't read what it said.
I've only been to 3 sessions before, so I don't really know anything either. But I bet some NPCs and quests would make this more interesting.
Well, right now Bailey's just in a forest.
In the woods.
Yeah, she's just kind of in
the woods.
Yeah, she's just in the woods. I mean, if we had another person, but it's fine.
Nice to have another person. Where's Bart? Bart?
I have no idea. You want a message on Discord?
Funny with Bart.
You want a message on Discord and be like, "Oh, I totally forgot to even fucking put on Discord that I was streaming."
He's not online.
Oh. Let me go over to Discord though, because I totally forgot to write that I was streaming. Let me put the...
Okay. So...
Oh yeah, so I'm telling you what
for?
I'm telling you what's going on. I was just trying to fucking put this thing in Discord because I forgot.
What was
Could I join?
For?
Maybe once Bailey gets out of the forest.
Yeah, once I get out of the forest, then then we'll invite people.
Yeah, once she gets to the town, then you can join.
Okay,
All right,
if you have Rec Room,
yeah,
please boot it up and
be ready. Basically, is what she's saying.
Who is this person? We don't have
No
them
idea.
on our friends list.
I have no idea who Crambunctious is.
Okay, so what was luck roll for?
All right, So your first thought was to jump into the water and try to swim away. Where are you going?
Yeah, hoping I was getting water from my bed.
Oh, okay.
And chapstick.
Anyway, so your first thought was to try and swim away from these bears and just aimlessly go into the lake.
Wait, since when are there more than one bear?
You don't know. You didn't actually look. You just heard bear, and you jumped into a lake. All right.
Because Skyrim nightmares.
All right, so Bailey, so this is you. You jump into a lake, and you start to swim. And then you realize, I don't know how to swim. So you're just fucking flailing in the water, not knowing how to swim. But sadly, you didn't have very much luck. So what you see is a bear walking over to the side of the lake, and you're just fucking sitting here looking like a tasty snack. So what's your response to this?
Okay. So there's a bear at the edge of the lake.
Rawr. And you're flailing because you realize you don't know how to swim.
Miraculously learn how to swim.
Alright, so in your flailing and desperation, you somehow realize how to do a flop swim. And you're flopping away. Alright, do a lucky luck.
I can't grab it.
You're not very lucky because as you're flopping away, the bear's like, haloop. He's coming
They
after you.
run on Skyrim logic! Stab it in its face!
Alright, so that worked pretty well. Let me, I'm gonna pretend that this white one is your dagger now.
2 damage.
No shish. So, you flop back toward the bear a little bit, and do a strength. Okay, you're not very strong. What about a luck? Oh, you're pretty lucky.
I'm very lucky.
All right, so this is you, Bailey. All right, so you're coming over here. The bear's coming. You kind of graze him, which is kind of unfortunate. But thankfully, you somehow nicked an artery, and he's just splurting into the water now. And so now
Great,
he's
my
upset.
Water's polluted.
So now he's a little upset. Will you throw that black die to me? I can't reach it. All right. So his response is a 17, and he's very upset about this life.
Fuck.
Let's see how good his response was, though. Okay, so yeah, moral of the story is don't stab bears because the water will get polluted.
I look so hard for the water. Oh my god. Curtis, you're the one seeing this. Oh god.
Alright, so Bailey. So let's do a
Curtis is welcome to join us if he wants.
He doesn't have a PlayStation.
Oh shit, that's right.
He doesn't have PlayStation VR or anything. He has
Well, you
computer.
can play this on normal PlayStation as well, but the fact that he doesn't have a PlayStation is the whole point.
Exactly. Anyway, so roll for a smart check. How smart are you? Ah! At least I'm holding the bear. So I don't have to go looking.
Where do I go?
It's over there, Bailey. Yeah, it's over there, to the side of your chair.
Wrong way. Come here. Okay, fixed. I saw the red die somewhere.
Yeah, the red eye is over here. I can grab it.
No, I got one.
I also have one.
Yeah, we have 2. Okay, what did you want me to do?
Roll to see how smart you are. Alright, so you're kind of smart. Kind of, not really. So
I picked up the tables.
It's true. Alright, so this is what ended up going down. So Bailey, so you come back over, you stab Bear ever so slightly and nick his artery, so he's splurting everywhere. And your first thought, as he's fucking riling around being all upset, is to grab onto the bear. And so now you're both just kind of doing a rodeo in the water. Alright, so now if you can pass me that that die. Let's see how much this flailing does. Is he fuzzy? I don't know, let's see. Yeah, he's pretty fuzzy. Now let's see how...
Oh my god, you just grinned so nicely with that.
Potentially?
Fuck, I need to make sure I'm looking the right direction.
Cool,
Okay, there we
thanks. Alright, Bailey, so thankfully, as you guys are doing this weird little wobble-flobble going on here, somehow, instead of him hurting you, he's just hurting himself. Okay. Don't be desperate.
Whoops. I took your red die, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Alright, so all you know is that he has lost 2 health. Because he's a bear and you're not quite sure. Alright, so what is your response? He's flailing wildly, and you're just kind of on top of him and he's hurting himself.
Hold on for dear life.
Alright, so as we're going, you go over there.
Yeah, I'm off the bear and I'm far away from the bear. That's what counts.
So basically
Okay,
what...
hold on, let me
Alright.
roll for damage.
Roll for luck. See how lucky you are. Alright, so somehow, and let's roll again just to see how fancy you were. Okay, so
Very
you don't
fancy.
so you don't need
I'm
to
very
roll
good at
for,
that one.
yeah, you don't need to roll for damage because you were super fancy. So this is what happened. So you were on
Apparently
top
that's
of this
the thing
bear.
I'm really good at rolling high on. Fancy.
Alright. So Bailey, you get thrown off this bear back toward the land.
Aw, that sucks. I'm sorry Rec Room won't update.
Yeah, don't ask me why though. No idea.
I don't know either.
So Bailey.
Sorry, I was getting water.
Oh. So Bailey. You get thrown off this bear back toward the land, and you do a couple backflips looking super fancy. You okay? Okay. And you land onto the shore and skid backwards, being super fancy. Super fucking fancy. Yes, just like that. You like flip and you just land like you dab like a superhero. Now let's see how lucky you were from the enemy's point of view. All right, you were pretty lucky. Pretty lucky. There was actually only 1 bear. So
Cool.
he's over there. Why did you take my die? I'm not done yet.
I put it in the middle.
I can't reach that. Ah! I said I couldn't reach that. All right.
Fixed.
Yes.
But now my red die. I need my red die. Hold on. No, it's still broken somewhat.
Okay. Have fun.
There we go. Table's fixed.
All right. So
Your red die's over there.
yeah, no, it's under the table. So you're doing pretty lucky. You know, there's only 1 bear. You don't necessarily realize that because you haven't checked, but out of character, you know that there was only 1 bear. Let's see how a bear's doing. All right, he's not doing too good. He's flailing still. He's kind of thrashing around in the water like a dumbass. Like he also didn't realize he didn't know how to swim.
It's also bleeding out and hurting himself. So.
Yeah, so let's see how much damage he takes. Alright, so he takes 1 initial damage. Let's see how lucky he is. Alright, he's not very lucky. He's kind of smacking himself on rocks. So, let's see if he's got bleed damage. No, he's not bleeding. He just kind of got hurt by this rock. So he's got 5 less health now. Where'd the pink one go? There it is. Was that
7.
what was the
You
number?
said 5 less damage.
Oh, 5. I was like, wait, what was the number I even said? All right. So he's getting banged up in this water. So what's your plan of action? Okay.
I can reach it.
Okay. Anyway, so what's your plan of action?
So I'm on shore. He's flailing in the water.
Pretty much.
I am going to...
Don't have the perfect idea I just had, but I don't know how well your rolls would actually get it done.
Shoot.
Your thought is, I'm over here on shore. He's flailing in the water. Why don't I make a campfire so I can smoke his meat when he dies in the water?
I want to do that.
All right, let's see how well. All right, so you kind of forgot how to make a fire.
Okay.
Let's try again. All right, so wait a sec. I need the. Give me it. Give me. It really wants me to just pick up the table, though. There we go. All right, so you're over here making a fire. And so as you're making the fire, you're getting this nice little plume going, and then you hear a growl. You want to do a perception? See if you realize what's happening? All right, so you're so caught up in making this fire, making it so amazing, like it's really nice looking. Let me have that die. Let's see. All right, cool. That's good. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see if you understand what's going on or if you're still doing the fire. Okay, you still have no idea.
Just doing the fire.
All right, so you're still doing the fire. Okay, and... Okay, so you kind of realize that there's random water splashing you a little bit, and you're like, the fuck? So you turn around, and you realize that the bear is clawing at the shoreline. And he's, like, made a nice dent. Like, if this was the shoreline, he's already dug his way in a ways. But he's failing to get out. He's just clawing his way through the sand.
Stab him?
Alright, so you walk over to him. Roll for finesse. Okay. So you walk over to him, and you look down at pity on this creature.
I just walk up to a bear and trying to get out of the water.
Yeah, he's like, fucking clawing
I'm
at.
Stab you in the head.
Yeah, he's just clawing away, and you just fucking walk up to him, and you just look down at him with pity in your eyes. You want to roll for a strength check?
Hold on, I'm trying to take a picture. It doesn't work in time.
I don't know. Okay, so you're really strong all of a sudden. Because all of your other strength picks haven't worked.
Adrenaline. It is adrenaline.
Alright, and so you did really good on your finesse too. So you like walk over to him, you know, got the pity in the eyes, you're just staring at him. And then you just close your eyes and stab him through the brain.
Funny thing is, your character just closed her eyes.
But yeah, and so he's dead. You just fucking KO'd him to his brain. It doesn't matter how much health he had.
I'm going to cut him up and divide him into meat and fur. Let's
see how well your butchering skills are. Yeah, not that great. What about strength? How, Okay, so you...
I lost all my strength.
Alright, so you grab the bear, and you, do like a strength to see if you can even bring him on shore. Okay, so you brought him on shore really easily. So you're over here by the fire, and you must have lost all your strength bringing him onto the shore, because you're, like, clawing your way through his fur and, like, trying to separate it, like, nice and evenly from the meat. But you're just, like, you know, Gordon Ramsay would be so hating you right now, because there's just, like, so much...
Gordon Ramsay hate me? a lot.
Yeah, he's furious at you. Gordon Ramsay, like, fucking hates you right now. There's so much meat left on the fur, and, like, what meat is there is, like, butchered to fuck.
I cut up the crappy pieces of meat, and
Try to smoke it?
what do I have in my bag?
I don't know, you never told me. You've got little crumbs of cinnamon you could dip it in.
I was wondering if I had salt. So
Roll a check to see if you were smart enough to bring salt with you. You have some cinnamon flavored salt, because it was in the pouch where you had.
Poured cinnamon. Okay. So I'm just gonna slather this little like fillets of crappy ass meat in salt,
All right.
and then hang them up
Above the fire.
above the fire to smoke them and like turn them into jerky.
All right. You should roll to see how well you actually made your smokehouse. All right, you did it really well. And let's do some luck. All right. So you you have your meat up there. It looks, I would say it looks delicious, but the meat itself is butchered. But it looks really good. You know, it's got this weird cinnamon salt on it. You have no idea how well that's going to taste.
I don't care. It's food.
And you're about halfway through cooking it. You're sitting there twiddling your thumbs, waiting. And you just, like, hear some thunder. You're like,
Shit.
like, fuck. And then, before you can think about it, downpour rain. Your fire no longer exists. Your food is drenched in water. And what's your first thought to this?
Take the fur that I have, which I'm assuming I at least have some semblance of a big enough thing, and shove the meat in there.
Shove the
And
meat.
just cover it.
All right.
Just make it into like a fur pouch for now, and then take cover in the trees nearby.
All right. Finesse. All right. So as
I'm not very good at this.
Yeah. So basically, what your thought was, oh shit, it's raining. I have no more fire. My food is wet. So you just kind of slide your hand and you grab all of the jerkies at the same time and shove it over in the general direction that the leather was, taking the stick it was on with it, and also kind of destroying the fire because you're, throwing everything at the same time. You just kind of pack it all up. It's decent. It's not well done, but you did it. And then you run toward the. You run and you hide inside of a tree, basically. You wanna?
You're smiling over there.
All right, let me see the black one so we can see how lucky you are from the other point of view. All right, you're pretty lucky. Whoop.
I want my red die. I can't reach it from over there. Stop playing with that. Okay, I'm in my chair. I have my red and I have the black die. We're good.
Okay, there we go. Table's a little crooked, but it's fine. All right, so you're fine. Want to roll? What's the word? What's the word that makes it to where you get sick or not?
Immunity?
Huh?
Immunity?
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. Roll for immunity. All right,
I don't have any.
By the end of the night, you're sniffling up a storm.
How did I end up in a forest? I thought I was like heading to a city. Does that mean I like wandered off of a road?
You've been in a forest. We don't really know what your before the storm story is.
Is there jukebox? 'Cause I see speakers everywhere.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't see one. Is that one? Does that count?
Not turning on.
Well, that doesn't help. Oh,
sorry.
I think it's doing something. I found a confetti gun.
Oh no, our dice. Why did you walk away?
It's fine, I have a confetti gun. That's pretty good.
Our dice is gone.
I have them. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so, what were we doing? You wanna move that ever so slightly? Oh yeah, so you're sniffling. What you doing?
Is it still raining?
Roll luck. We'll find out.
Yes. Okay. um...
Yes?
So,
What's your plan?
I don't have anything to collect fucking water, but
Here,
I need to be able to collect water.
let's roll an intelligence so I can because maybe I'll make a decision for you.
I'm not very intelligent.
Alright, so one of your first thoughts, you don't necessarily choose to act on it, but one of your first thoughts is, since I'm already wet, what if I got in the lake?
I'm glad I didn't act on it, okay? Because I'm trying to think, because I don't have much in my satchel.
In your satchel?
I just have salt and
Here, let me,
leftover cinnamon.
Here, let me see the thingy. Whoop!
Stop grabbing the table!
I did stop grabbing the table. You're the one holding it. Jesus. Anyway, the fuck?
You
let's
set it
see.
down, it counted as a roll.
I know, but it gave me two different numbers. High or low?
Low.
Alright, cool. So as you're sitting here trying to think of what to do, sniffling up a storm, you hear a noise behind you. What's your first thought? Is it to look behind you? Because that's what you just did. Okay, oh my god. Alright. Let's do a sanity check. You've been sitting here in the rain. Alright. I'm Bailey.
Oh my god.
Alright, so you turn around, and the first thing you think of is that this thing behind you is another bear. Alright, so your first thought is that it's another bear, so you grab your two daggers, like a badass. I'm gonna pretend, so you turn around like a crazy person, snot going down your face. And you jump and land on this thing that was behind you. Thankfully you haven't, like, actually stabbed this whatever yet.
I'm a sick elf that's lost her mind and I'm jumping on people.
Yeah, you realize, now that you're on top of them, that they grabbed both of your wrists because it's actually a person, and they're looking hella confused why you just attacked them.
Help me!
You can just say that, because whether or not they help you is their role, not yours. Well,
no,
here
whether it came out coherent because of my stupid-ass sanity check.
That's true. So here, so this was how it was. So since you were insane a little bit at the time, you just kind of...
Jesus!
And then
You actually fucking jumped and went, wow!
yes, I did. All right, roll for me. Okay, so this is what happens. So you do that. He grabs your wrists, and you say, "Help me," and then you pass out.
Well, at least I got some sleep. Okay.
All right. So now let me grab that so I can see what his response to all of this was. Stop. High or low? Yes? Oh, okay. Why can't you just say it? I thought you were trying to, like, make yourself
my head
astute.
feels like it's being suffocated. Like, my headset is just a little too tight
Yeah?
on my head.
I'm sorry. Alright, I don't know if you...
resting on my chest, by the way.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you saw what the
other one's
roll
in
was.
my armpit. 7.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, that was a 20 though, so that's nice. So you're asleep.
The person said, "Help me!" Passed out. I have a satchel full of bear meat and bear fur, and a satchel full of salt.
No, it's not a satchel. Remember, you left that over by your campfire.
When did I leave it? I don't remember leaving it.
Remember, you grabbed all of the meat, shoved it into the bear skin, and then ran for the trees. You never said...
I assumed I took it with me.
You didn't say, so I left it on the beach.
You bitch, that was my food. I won that.
It's still over there. It's fine.
But I'm passed out. The dude's gonna take me somewhere and it's gonna be lost.
Alright, fine. Roll a luck check to see if you're lucky enough for him to notice it. Alright, he's...
Yes,
okay.
Thank fucking Christ.
Alright, so I was gonna say, you're asleep, so you don't know this is happening, but just so you're aware, but you can't act as if you know, because you didn't. So he swoops you up, like a princess, deciding that you are a damsel in distress. And
my prince.
and so you're still doing pretty decent on health. You're at 16, so he's not concerned about, like, that part. He looks over at where there's a broken fire pit, realizing that was probably yours, and then sees both a thing of bear fur that looks like it's concealing something, as well as a very weirdly butchered bear. Since it's just kind of there.
Yeah, I didn't get rid of it.
Yeah, it's just kind of there. So he wanders over to the fire, sees that it's, wet, opens up the thing. Doing pretty good. How you doing? 2K069. So, Bailey.
Yes.
You weren't looking anymore, so I had to make sure you were looking.
I was looking at the
chat.
The chat. Yeah.
I figured. All right. So he opens up the pelt and sees that that there's some butchered meat in there, and he decides to swoop it. He like grabs some string out of his pocket because he's smart and brought things with him.
We didn't discuss what was in my satchel beforehand, okay?
And whose fault is that? It's not mine. You didn't tell me what you brought.
I don't think it relevant.
Well, if you didn't say you came with anything, then clearly you have nothing. Anyway, so he swoops the satchel over his back.
Bailey. Oh gosh.
Bailey.
I'm not grabbing things. It's not my fault. I'm sitting on the floor now.
I see that. You're also hiding under the table, so...
Not on purpose. I was trying to put that up there.
Anyway, Bailey, stop grabbing the table! I'm gonna take the table out of here if you're gonna keep messing with it.
Hi.
Hi. You wanna stop messing with the table?
I'm not doing it on purpose.
Well, get your hand off the table then. There. Anyway, so he grabs the sack of bear meat and bear fur and he shovels it over his shoulder and he's holding you and he whisks you away.
To civilization! Oh shit, camera.
One would hope. Let's high or low for it to go where you want it.
Hi.
Okay, good, because that was a 20, so it went exactly where you wanted. Alright, so a couple hours later, you wake up, you're all sleepy and shit, and you look around, do a perception check to see if you realize where you are. Bailey?
You don't want to sit on the floor.
Alright, so you're not entirely sure.
I don't realize where I am.
Yeah, you're not really sure where you are.
It's understandable at this point, though.
But you're looking around and you see like some half-naked people, and you're not really sure what's going on.
Half-naked people?
Yes. Let's see if our person comes back. There we go.
Head needs to not
Alright,
be
so the
squeezed.
guy hasn't come back yet, so you're not entirely sure what's going on. What's your plan of action? You wake up in some random ass place, some building, but there's people around, so that's cool, but they're all like half naked. Can you stop?
I can't grab it.
There you go. Anyway, so what's your plan of action?
Oh.
Oh.
The table came back.
I noticed, and your face is in the table. Take a step back or something, Bailey. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
This headset is just squeezing the life out of my brain. I can't think.
I can't help you with that. I'm sorry.
Okay. I put it on top of my head. I'm looking at you from my TV now. Okay.
Why don't you just take it off for a minute?
Because the only sound is coming through my
Oh.
headphone.
That's true. That makes sense. Anyway, so what are you doing? So what's your thought process?
So there's half-naked people all around me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not
Ask them
really...
where I am.
Okay, let's see if it comes out well. Okay, it comes out pretty well. So you wake up, you're looking around, you're really confused, and you just like grab someone, and you're just like, where am I? Whoop. He looks at you, and he like scoffs a little bit as if he's disgusted, and then said, "You're in the city." Yeah, no, 11's not super helpful. You want to ask him another question, or... I just threw the dice under your shit.
It's okay.
Okay. You're sliding into the chair.
Know how I look.
You look kind of strange.
Where the fuck am I?
Alright, I don't know what you're rolling for, so...
I don't know, but this is uncomfortable now. Okay.
Well, I believe that you're sitting in a chair. Awkwardly. Oh.
Whoop. I smacked something in my room.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a boombox.
There's gonna be a chair now. My back hurts. And so
Okay.
does my head because of the headset.
I'm sorry.
Headset's being rude.
Oh, hi, Catbutt. Wasn't expecting you to be there. Bailey?
I wish there was an easier way to switch to
TV mode?
controller mode. Yeah. Not.
I mean, you could... I don't know.
I could load back in.
True.
Because I'm getting dizzy and I want to sit in my bed. So, be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna just sit here and wait for a minute. Oh my god.
Well, my mouth is back.
Yeah, but I could... Well, I can't hear myself anymore, but I definitely could for a second.
Yeah, that's because it was on the TV because it was connecting to my headset.
Gotcha.
Oh. Alexa, turn off the bedroom lights. Thank you. I'm lazy like that. Oh, I found out what I smacked earlier.
Oh god, what was it?
It was my pop filter.
Oh. Helpful.
Head.
While I wait...
There's a microphone, you dipshit thing. Whatever. Okay, next time. Oh gosh. Oh. It feels better.
Pretty kitten. Come on. Come on up here. Pretty kitten. Jump. Jump the rest of the way. I know you can. Oh, yes, and knock my phone on the floor. That's fine.
Oh god. I really needed to lay down and my head is like pounding. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. That was good timing. I literally loaded right in.
I know, because it notified me. So I invited you. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Whoop, that was the
I don't know
table.
what's going on.
What? What do you
I'm
not know?
not sure how to sit.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll just come over here.
I mean,
Do you have the dice, or did the dice disappear?
I don't know. They might have disappeared. I'll go grab them. You just sit somewhere.
I can figure out how to sit.
Hello. I didn't realize I couldn't walk through you. Okay. So, Bailey, while you try to figure out your life, because you don't really need to sit, you can just stand there.
True.
Where are you going?
You're so short.
It's because I'm sitting. Anyway,
Do
are
I
you gonna...
really look that stupid?
Oh my god, Bailey. You looked upset and then called yourself stupid. Anyway, so you find...
Did you see where I threw the
Yes, I
chair?
see it. I see it. Anywho, Bailey, you need to tell me what your response is.
Okay, so he says, "I'm in this. You're in the city."
Yeah, after he scoffs at you and saying that, basically saying that you look stupid, with his implied facial expressions.
Do you know what my first instinct is?
I don't know, to eat him?
No, not to eat him. I'm gonna fucking punch him in the nose.
Yeah, I figured. Here, let's have you roll for a smart check. Alright, can you turn me down in your background? Also,
Yeah,
you didn't
hold on.
roll, you just kind of dropped, so.
It doesn't really
Oh.
have a throw option.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Oh. Well, your first roll was still an 8, besides that one being a 20. Can you, like, shove the controller in one direction to try and... It's the same...
Hold on.
There you go. 5.
I just gotta drop it from a high point. Okay.
Okay. Which one of those numbers should I be taking, though? You kind of rolled a lot of numbers.
Yeah, let's go with this one.
Okay, so you, in your not right of mind, punch him square in the face. So let... Whoop.
I love it.
Stop moving, table. Alright, you fucking did 5 damage to his nose.
I'm a bitch.
Whoa.
Where's the... Okay.
There we go. Alright, so... his response is probably not going to be that nice. Let's see if I can reach it. There we go. Alright, high or low for him to respond nicely?
Hi.
Yeah, he doesn't respond nicely. As one would assume.
Oh, yeah. I fucking punched him in the face.
So he kind of looks at you, and, okay. So, right as he's about to, like, grab his sword from the hilt, you know, he like, puts his hand on it. He's about to grab it. Okay. Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
You see another hand go on top of his, stopping him from withdrawing his weapon. And you look over,
Okay.
and do a intelligence check to see if you understand who this other person is. Cool. Yeah, you know exactly that it's the person that you attacked, and then apparently he saved you from the forest.
Okay.
Alright, so he looks at you like you just insulted his mother. And he looks at you and he's just like, what the fuck are you doing? You just woke up and you're already starting fights?
Of course.
Of course. Okay, so that was his response, was what I just said. Sadly for you, his composure isn't that great right now. So he's kind of upset at you, and he releases the other person's hand. Are you going... What's your response to this?
Chill the fuck out and ask where the hell I am again.
To who? To both of them?
To the guy who saved me.
Okay. Let's see if he cares to respond. That didn't give me a number. It's because
I kinda noticed that.
Yeah, it's because it landed on a fucking edge, so it didn't actually roll a number. Okay, so yeah, he decides to calm the fuck down and give you an answer. My lordy lady. So he looks at you and looks at the other guy, and he pats the other guy's shoulder, letting him know that it's fine, you know, he can go, it's fine. And he looks at you and he's like, well, I didn't really know where to bring you, so I came back. This is my hometown, this is the city. We don't have a name. This is the city. I didn't really know where to bring you, but in your sleep you kept mumbling, brothel. I want to go to the brothel. So I brought you to the brothel.
Wait, did I wake up in the brothel?
Yes, that's why there's half-naked people here. And you just, like, basically assaulted one of the brothel workers, so he was a little...
Dude, you gave me a dirty look.
Oh my god. Alright, so, what is your response to this revelation?
I need money first.
And his response is, okay, are you looking to be employed? You fucking jumped.
That is not a question I thought about. Now I kind of want to say sure.
Alright, high or low?
Low.
Alright, well, lucky for you, there's actually a spot open. So are you actually, you wanna join?
Sure.
Alright, let's see how well it goes. Alright, and you're hired! That was an amazing interview you did just then.
Even though I punched a guy.
So all of your qualifications match. Yeah, you're an elf. Yeah, you did really good. So when can
I work in a brothel?
so when can you start?
I can start immediately.
Okay.
Oh my fucking
All
god,
right.
this has just gone downhill so well.
All right. The problem though, you just rolled a 5. So you're in like your first week. You know, you're new to this. But on during the week, you trip, you accidentally fucking knock a glass of delectable beverage into a patron's lap. Another day you trip and fall into a gentleman's lap. He actually wasn't that happy about it though.
Oh, Jesus.
And because of these incidents, you were put into to the back so that you could wash shit, clothes and dishes and stuff. Somehow you, instead of using dish soap for the dishes and then clothes soap for the clothes, you do it back, the opposite. And so when people are eating, they're getting poisoned, and yeah, it's not working too well for you.
Great.
and so you get called into the into the owner's office, and you realize that the owner of the business is actually that guy who saved you.
Woohoo!
Whoop.
Can I save myself by sleeping with him?
Oh my god, sec. Alright, so he's kind of he's half and half. He's kind of upset at what you've been doing, but he understands that you're new. Roll a seduction check. Yeah. So basically, you're him, and so I'm you. You walk in, you come over, and you're just like, hey, I know that I've been messing up and stuff, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to slap you. I'm just, trying my best here. I really have always wanted to work in a brothel. You accidentally slap him. Whoops. I'm just gonna walk over here. I've always wanted to work in a brothel. I'm sorry. It's my first week. He's not really buying this.
What did I roll? I didn't even see it.
A 5. But his response is kind of decent, he looks at you, he looks at you as if, do I want to go down this rabbit hole? Not really. Well, you can keep your job for now, but just try to be better. Just try to work a bit harder.
Okay.
Alright, and so with that, you say okay and you leave. Bailey. Alright, So take your die and let's see how well your second week works.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting another bite of chips and salsa.
When did you get chips and salsa? 3 hours ago when we started?
No, I had it with my dinner.
Okay, you're not doing that great for your second week either. It's a little bit better. You made a little bit less mistakes, but you're still making mistakes. In one of the days, you trip and you fall and you're, looking an absolute mess and everyone's just looking at you. They hired her? Is she getting paid?
Because I'm pretty. I don't know what my
they do think that you're pretty though, kind of. Cat? The moment I hear a cat, but I have no idea where the cat is. Okay, well, can't help you, cat, because I have no idea where you are. So you've been messing up. People are a little upset. Whoop, there was a marker in the way for that roll. Alright, even though you've been messing up, you get called back into the manager's office, and he looks at you and he's like, alright, turn around. Bailey.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so you're you, and I am the manager. And he's just kind of like, move your hands. He's just like, congratulations, Bailey. I'm gonna promote you.
What the fuck?
He really likes you.
I don't know how.
I don't know, with your wild charm? I don't know.
I'm definitely wild, that's a fact.
Cat, can you not jump on the chair when I'm not sitting? Right before I go to sit. So what's your response to this? Whoop. Oh, perfect. Do you see the die? Just barely, not on the floor. Alright, so what's your,
what did I get promoted to?
What did you get promoted to? To a waitress. I don't know what that role was supposed to signify.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm like, you can't just randomly roll and have me know what that meant.
I don't know what it means either.
So,
see if I can find a better way to roll.
Are you happy with this? Do you want to keep working at this brothel?
Yeah, the owner likes me.
Alright, let's see how well your next week works. Oh, you did really well as a waitress. You get called into
Better waitress.
you go everywhere. You're like holding 13 trays at the same time, and everyone's like in awe that you're so amazing at like waitressing. You did so bad at being whatever you were before, but you're good at this.
Yeah. I'm a bad whore. I'm a really good waitress.
Pretty much. Alright, and so you get called into the office, and he's like, I knew I made the right decision in hiring you and promoting you. I just had a feeling that this would be more your niche, and you did really good. So here is a bonus. Not very much of a bonus, but it's a bonus. So you have, some money. I mean, you've been working here for a whole 3 weeks, and he gave you a bonus. Hello.
I'm walking away.
Excuse me, cat. I would like to sit back down.
Welcome to the story of a rogue who was supposed to come here to be an adventurer and became a whore instead.
It is on PS4. Anyway, Bailey, so what's your response to this?
Well, owner still likes me, so.
You have anything to say about your bonus? Whoop. How did I grab the table? I wasn't even fucking
grabbing the table.
My hand was up here. How did I grab the table?
I don't know.
Anyway, so you're happy. You want to see how your next week goes?
Sure.
Whoop. Can you stop grabbing the table? Stop freaking out. Alright, so your next week goes horribly.
Okay, then.
Like, you tried doing that 13 trays thing again, and you, like, dropped literally every single tray on different people at the same time. And then there's just, like, a bunch of little mistakes where, like, someone asks for a Coke, you give them a Pepsi, you know? But they are upset about this. There's a lot of people who are upset. Whoop. Stop. Table.
A lot of people don't like me. I have an acquired taste.
Anyway, alright, and the owner's not really that happy about it either, so he brings you into his office, and he said, you know, last week you did really good, and then somehow you just stopped being good. I don't understand what's going on.
I have an idea.
Yeah?
I want to seduce for a chance to become his wife.
Oh my gosh. Alright, why'd you walk over here and then go back? Alright, here, take your seduction roll. She looks so serious. And a 4.
I failed.
Yeah,
Okay,
you did even worse than you did even worse. You're just gonna walk out of the brothel. You just go straight to the Adventurers Guild. What did you bring? Oh, is that water? Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, it's not really that late though. It's only 11:30.
It's not that late, Jock. Plus, do you want to join? We kind of got my character into some trouble. Would you like to join?
Hey, I mean, if you actually decide to go to the Adventurers Guild, you know, maybe he'll be your party mate.
If he says yes, I'll go to the Adventurers Guild. Until then, go figure out what to do at the brothel.
Well, I mean, you might get fired in a second. You just tried to seduce the owner to become his wife, and it didn't go very well.
Can I have a luck roll?
Sure. How stupid is he? Let's roll this luck roll and see if he's stupid. Oof.
Mine showed a 20 at first.
Yeah, a 20 up there, but then you dropped it for it to actually roll. You got an 8, so it kind of worked. He's looking at you and he's like, you know, she's pretty, but she's really stupid.
Stupid?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the. He's just like sitting here contemplating. Pretty good. Did you want to join?
You're free to join, Jock.
I don't. You see, Bailey, I just don't know if I should keep you or not. You kind of seem to be all over the place.
I'm an idiot. What do you expect?
Is that your response?
No.
Okay.
The dice hate me.
Anyway, yes. So what's your response? What are you saying? What's going on? Okay.
Did that give you a number? 'Cause
Yeah,
you didn't give me one.
it gave a 17, but you didn't say
Okay.
what you were doing.
I want to outsmart him.
Okay, what are you, trying to outsmart him with? What are you saying? I don't know. What,
I want to con
we can
him
talk
into
about that in a
being my
minute.
husband.
Oh my god. And so let's pause for a second. What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I got nothing.
Okay, same. Because Jock was wondering if he could join tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be fun. Maybe we could actually do a fucking campaign and we can continue it on Discord.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm just bullshitting as a DM, so I mean...
Happen.
Anyway,
I'd probably be a good DM, but
so
I have
anytime
ADHD,
tomorrow,
so
basically.
I'd probably take like side tracks.
Probably. Alright, so, pretend I am the boss man. Try to, make me want
I
to be
am
your
pretty.
husband.
I am an elven princess.
Are you?
Marry me and you shall be royalty. I'm conning him.
Oh, that's true.
Teen.
That's true. Just a second. I don't like you squinting at me like that.
Oh my god, the squinting.
Oh, alright, so I'm him. Oh, are you? I didn't know. Makes sense since you're so attractive.
Yes.
Yes. Continue.
You shall be royalty if you marry me.
Oh, that's a very tempting offer. When would you like to get married?
As soon as possible.
Alright, well, take my hand. Let's go.
Okay, where are you?
Alright.
I don't know how to take your hand. Oh,
I do.
There we go. Yay.
Alright, we're married.
We're married. I am now married to the brothel owner.
Oh, the dice disappeared while we were gone. Just a second.
I'm gonna go to the Adventurers Guild now.
Okay. What time tomorrow, by the way, Bailey? You're on the glass.
Anytime in the afternoon is fine by me.
Okay. So, just message us on Discord and we'll let you know what we're thinking. And you can let us know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And yada, yada, yada. Well, good.
Hey, Jock, you missed the best part, though.
Which part? There's a lot of that.
All of it.
Chuck, you
Can't
missed the
wait
best
to hear
part.
the fucking
Literally all of it.
Name of this when you upload it. I can't wait.
Oh, God.
I became a prostitute.
Alright, so you, you're good. So you marry the brothel owner, and then you immediately say, I'm going to be an adventurer, goodbye.
Well, I don't say it like that harshly. I say I've noticed I really suck at my job, but I really liked you, so that's why I stayed.
Okay.
But my heart is calling me to go adventure. I will be back for dinner.
We'll be back for dinner. He looks at you. He's very upset. I don't know how to do the emotes like you've been doing. Is that a watch thing? I don't know. Anyway. So he's like really sad. He's like looking at you, but at the same time he's looking at you with all the love in his heart. And he says that if you love something, you need to let it go. Let it go.
I'm not leaving forever, sweetie.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know that. If you're gonna go off an adventure, one, how do you know that you're not gonna find someone else? And two, how does he know you're gonna come back and not die?
Because he's my source of income.
He found you insane, sniffling under a tree. How does he know that you're gonna make it as an adventurer?
Bag full of bear meat, yeah.
Yeah.
With a butchered carcass.
with the traces of cinnamon lining your lips.
Oh my god. What does that mean, Doc?
I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, so he accepts it even though it's with a sad heart. So now roll a perception. Okay, so you leave the brothel and realize you've never been in this city before. So
I've lived here for a few weeks and I never left the brothel.
Yeah. You've just been in the brothel the whole time. You never left. So would you like to just start meandering around and trying to find the Adventurers Guild, or?
So I'm gonna ask somebody.
All right, let's see if there's anyone around to ask. All right, there's literally no one around.
Fuck. Okay. Go back in the brothel and ask a customer if they know where the Adventurer Guild is.
He doesn't really know. He knows that it exists.
Okay, I'm gonna just start wandering the streets.
All right, well, roll
I
it.
tried my best to do this logically, and apparently it doesn't work.
All right, so roll a perception. See how well you can find your way there.
Okay.
Also, what are you doing with your hands? I thought you had the controller.
That's actually just like idle motion, idle animation.
Oh, okay. All right, well, you did pretty good.
That actually did a number.
Yeah, it did two
Mine didn't show
14s.
a number, so.
2 14s. All right, so you're wandering around. You get lost for like half an hour, but then you stumble upon a giant-ass building, and you decide, what else could this be?
It'd be a castle, you never know.
All right. It's a bittersweet find though, because you walk up to the doors and you realize that they just closed.
The Adventurers Guild is closed?
Apparently, it's a Sunday.
Well, I'm just gonna sit out here until they open.
All right. Let's see. Let me try and think of what kind of roll we should be making for this.
Very good question.
High or low?
Patience? Low.
All right. You want to roll a intelligence check? Okay. You see that it's closed, and you decide to wait. You just kind of sit on the doorstep. Now roll your patience check to see if you actually can wait until tomorrow.
I swear this controller hates me. Because I've been rolling nothing but low numbers.
18. You have all the patience in the world. You're sitting there, you're twiddling your thumbs, you're mentally making a story. Y'all make up anything? What do you mean? I'm making up everything.
We're making up everything.
Right? Alright, so you're sitting there, you know, you're on that doorstep. You're just kind of sitting there, and
I ate a fairy.
That's a true statement. It's a true statement. That was her first thought.
First thought when I killed the thing, I'm like, I'm gonna eat this.
Oh my god, Bailey. Look at the stream and see what your response was to that with your hand motions.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, that's funny. Nope, all made up. Just making it up in my
All
brain.
made up. We're making it up on the fly.
Yeah, basically. Let's see.
I'm
So
sad. I'm out of homemade salsa.
I'm sorry. Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright, so it's tomorrow. And you were extremely patient. Let's see. Alright,
And Jock, you missed the first half of the story when I was lost in the woods. Trust me, if
Yeah.
you had heard that part, you would have known it was all made up on the fly.
True statement. Jesus Christ,
Sorry for the
milady.
noise. I'm closing up a tortilla bag. I don't want them to go stale.
Why is it wrapped in foil?
It wasn't. That was the bag.
Really?
Yes.
That is the noisiest plastic bag I have ever heard.
It's a Tostitos bag.
Oh. That makes more sense. Anyway, so you wake up. Well, not wake up. You're still sitting there wide awake. You have been all night. And
That's kind of stupid of me. But okay.
hey, you were extremely
By the way,
patient.
did my health get restored when I woke up at the brothel a few weeks back?
Yeah, don't you see it? It says 20
Okay.
over there.
Yeah, I was a little confused by that because I was looking elsewhere when you wrote that, so...
And also, I can take away this because you did 5 damage to that one guy, but you didn't do anything else to him, so...
Yeah.
to that random brothel worker.
I broke his nose.
He was never chosen to be the brothel worker ever again. Anyway, so the first person, there's like some person walking up to you, and he's like,
Yeah, I don't know what my character is doing. That's just idle animations.
oh, okay. But yeah, he looks at you and he's like, hi, what you doing?
Apparently dying of tuberculosis.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, I was waiting. I was waiting for the doors to open.
Oh, okay, says the guy. He's like, you trying to be an adventurer?
Yes.
Ah, cool. What makes you think that you'd be a good adventurer?
I killed a bear and a pixie, and I ate it.
You know pixies are poisonous, right?
Yes. I found that out after the fact.
Oh my god. Oh, my eye. Oh, my eye. Oh, my eye.
Gonna die over here?
I mean, I was low-key dying, but it was with my eye, not with my esophagus. Anyway, he's like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, I guess you gotta learn some way. So why do you want to be an adventurer?
'Cause I'm a bad whore. I think I just broke you.
Oh, the guy's just kind of sitting there, standing, gaping in awe,
Really?
and he's
Doc, really?
and he's just like, "Is that so? Okay, well, I guess I know what your past job was. Okay.
Yeah, I'm married to the brothel owner down the street.
Oh. And how'd you meet him?
He found me in the woods.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Nightbot said no to Jock.
Yeah. He done did said one of the words I said no to.
Unfortunately, it's relevant in the situation, but oh well. Yeah, I was there for a month.
Oh,
I
you're
failed
good.
my job for 3 weeks.
You did really good on one of the weeks, though.
On one of the weeks, yeah, my 3rd week.
Okay, so so let me get this straight. So the first 2 weeks, you weren't doing that great. The 3rd week, you did really good. And then the 4th week, you kind of did bad again. And so you decided to quit your job?
Yes.
Just because you had a bad week after a good one.
Because luck hates me.
Well, you do realize that being an adventurer, there's a lot of luck that goes into it.
Oh well. At least I'll be stabbing things again.
Well, I like your Goompsha, so, nice to meet you. I'm the guild leader. Oh, that works. Were you trying to wave and...
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I did that on purpose.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was an idle animation that just happened to work with it.
No, it was something I actually did.
Okay, cool. Alright, so if you follow me inside, he grabs his trusty key and opens the door and yada yada. You go inside and you see giant room. It's all nice and dark brown and shit. It looks real nice, looks real fancy. There's obviously nobody here because it just opened. There's lots and lots of space, and there's you want to do a perception check to see what all you notice. All right, so you notice thus far what I've said, and you also notice that there's like a nice table for probably where the quest giver lady would probably be. There's random miscellaneous
so it's not
tables.
like this table that you can randomly pick up without actually wanting to pick it up.
No. And then there's a bunch of like random other tables that people would probably be like, grouped around talking to their party, yada yada. You see like some random paper on the wall, but you don't really notice what they are. You just see that they exist.
There's paper on the wall.
Yes, there is. And so you're looking around a little bit, and the guy starts talking again. I don't know why. I'm just gonna go ahead and name him the first name that just fucking popped in my head. Brynjolf is my name.
Oh god, Skyrim all over again.
And if you wanted to know earlier when I didn't actually name the city because I didn't want to name it the name I thought of, I'm gonna go ahead and just name it the first thing I thought of. So this is Starling City.
Starling City?
Yes. That's from the Arrow.
Okay. Okay then. And Brynjolf is apparently a guild leader here. Okay,
yeah.
This is fun.
This is an AU, it's fine.
It's a crossover, not...
No, well, I mean, there's a lot of crossover. There was Harry Potter and Arrow and Skyrim. I mean, obviously Skyrim, there was a bear, yeah.
The bear behaved with Skyrim logic.
Alright, so, he turns to you and he's like, so, what's your name, by the way?
Fuck, I don't know. Where's my Word document that has my thing on here? Okay.
I figured, we're an hour into the story. You may as well figure out what your name is.
I don't have a name.
Your
I'm
husband.
married and I don't have a name. I got
Jessica.
married and I didn't even know my name.
Your name is Jessica, according to Jock.
Well, I was gonna say Lena, but...
Okay. Well, I mean, you could be first name Jessica, middle name Lena.
Then I had my last name as Plath.
Well, I was gonna. Well, since you gave yourself a middle name, Jock gave you the first. I was gonna give you the last name.
Okay.
But you have a choice. Would you like it to be something related to your husband, or something else?
Something related to my husband.
All right. So your name is. What was your middle name?
Lena.
All right. So your name is Jessica Lena Letcher.
Letcher?
Yes.
Cool.
Cool, she says. I don't know if you realized what Letcher meant.
No.
Because he's the brothel owner.
Phone.
And
Where's my phone?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Are you looking it up?
Sorry, someone put someone in a group.
What?
On PlayStation.
Wait, what happened?
Like, a friend of mine put another person in a group with me.
Oh?
I don't know. Sorry.
Anyway, yes?
Yeah, so my name is Jessica Elena
Letcher.
Letcher?
Yes.
Letcher.
He looks at you and he's like, okay, I assume that the last name is your husband's.
Yes.
Okay. And what name do you prefer to go by?
Lena.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people that like to go by their middle names.
Oh my god, dude, I just looked up that word on Urban Dictionary. Holy fuck. Oh, it's a good description of me.
And he's like, all right, well, you're gonna have to wait for the secretary to come in so that she can get you filed and all that. So if you want, you can just wait around at a table and wait for her to get here. It's gonna be a minute since we just opened.
Don't know why you closed in the first place, but oh well. Okay.
Because it was getting close to the nightness, I guess. I don't know.
Close to the nightness.
All right. Are you rolling patience or?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm rolling patience. Oops.
All right, you got a 12. All right.
Did that work? Okay,
Yeah.
It worked.
All right,
Mine
so
didn't show me a number, so.
yeah, apparently it keeps not doing that, but that's fine. All right, so you're halfway patient for the first half of you waiting. You were just sitting there, clicking your fingers together.
I did sit there all fucking night waiting, so.
It's a true statement. But then the second half, you start wandering off, and you're looking at all the posters on the wall. You see that some of them are like bounty posters, some of them are like help wanted posters. A whole array of posters that one would assume to find in a adventurer's guild.
All right.
What do you do with this information?
You're
just gonna keep meandering? You're gonna...
just gonna keep wandering around until...
Okay. So you keep wandering. Let me see. Wander. Roll your thingy for like a... I don't know. A check. I don't know what to call it right now. Cool. 17.
Yeah, I didn't see a number at all, so you're just gonna have to tell me what the fuck I got.
That's fine. Well, I mean, as long as I can see it, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
So you wander around, and thankfully you don't wander into any restricted areas. And after a while, you finally hear someone come in, and you look over, and you assume that it's the secretary lady, because it's a lady. So
that's sexist.
Well, I mean, secretary lady literally has lady in the name, so...
I know, but it could be any lady. It doesn't have to be this lady.
Anyway, so you want to roll an enthusiasm check?
Enthusiasm.
A 4, I think.
So not very enthusiastic.
Yeah, so you slowly wander down the stairs, taking like each step as if it's hurting you physically. You finally make it over to
I
where...
haven't slept, so...
It's true. You make your way over to the secretary, and she's just kind of, doing early morning, I'm getting things together.
Which one of our laughs? Was it my laugh?
I don't know. She's just kind of getting stuff together and doesn't notice that you're there.
Of course. Okay, excuse me. I would like to talk to you. Are you the secretary?
Oh, yeah. She's like fucking under the table. Oh, yeah, hi. Nice to meet you. What's going on?
I'd like to be an adventurer.
Yes. Did you already talk to the guildmaster?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, let me just go and talk to him and confirm, what all's going on.
My name's Lena Letcher.
Okay, good to know.
Bye.
Alright, so there's this person, Lena Letcher, yeah, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to, yeah, that one.
Are you just crouched in a corner?
Yeah, okay.
Next to a playing card.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure. Okay. All right, Lena Letcher. Well, it looks like you have been granted permission to join, so let me find this over here.
No standards, yay.
Alright, so let me just write this up real fast. It's really hard to write on this.
I can see that.
Alright. Alright, so if you could sign here.
Great, this is gonna be fun. Can I even write with this?
Here, I'll, whoop, not
there,
the table.
There,
not
I signed it. Are you happy?
Here,
Where'd the fuck the funny die go? I signed it. Do you not see the line on it?
You're right a bit more. Hello, I'm a bot. Yes, I am.
What the fuck? Where'd it go? Okay, wrong.
I mean, apparently you're gonna write in yellow onto a yellow piece of paper.
There!
All right, T. I think you're religious. Okay, so I'll just put this over here with my records. Okay. So you are now a certified adventurer. Do you have any quests in mind that you'd like to do?
Confidence check.
You're halfway confident.
Okay. Yes, I am a girl. No, I'm not 15. I'm 24, and she's 23.
I'm also a very chilly girl, so I'm gonna turn this heater on.
Hi, climbing on the table, I see.
Hello. Yeah, this is where the heater's. There we go. There we go.
I want to take on this dragon quest and take into account my confidence level.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but since you just joined, that's actually a platinum quest, and you're just a bronze.
What bronze quests are there?
Well, if you follow me over to the wall...
Hold on, I'm getting a drink of water.
Bailey gets nausea, and she's just been trying to recuperate after playing games earlier. She gets vertigo quickly.
Yeah.
All right. So if you look at this wall, so we got some posters here. There's some goblins. That's fine.
Again.
Anyway, so there's some goblins. There's a cat stuck in a tree. Let's see.
My audio made it sound like you said cat sucking a tree.
Oh my god. Over here, they need you to fetch some water from the top of a hill.
Wait, I'm
Bailey
not Jack.
does. I don't. She does.
I'm not Jack. Why do I need to fetch water?
Because Jack fell and bumped his head and he's not getting up in the morning.
Jack's dead? What's my husband's name?
You never asked.
Well, he owns a brothel, that's all I know. Okay.
Well, when you see him again, you can ask. You got the water? Alright,
Okay.
there's a couple other, miscellaneous quests. If you see any you like, just point it out.
I want to stab things, so let's go for the goblin.
Okay, so that'll give you 20 silver upon completion. So let me go over here and I'll pick up this so that I can write down what you're doing. Okay. And let me get my hair stop being wrapped around this cord, because that would be great. Because she has what? Bailey, what did that say? I couldn't read what it said. Bailey?
Doesn't matter.
Oh. Okay. You and Fox like to respond with, it doesn't matter. Okay, anyway,
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so you're gonna be doing this goblin quest. You're gonna be getting the 20 silver upon completion. It's do you have all the equipment you think that you need?
I might need a new shirt.
She looks at it and is like, yeah, it is pretty ragged. It looks like it was jaggedly cut into a half shirt, and it's got some questionable stains on it.
Yeah. Maybe I just need a new outfit. I'm pretty sure I'm covered in bear blood.
And pixie
Have
blood
been for
and
a month. Maybe that's why I was so bad at my job. I didn't change my clothes.
let's see. So you worked at the brothel for 3 weeks, and you worked there for 4 weeks, and you got
a month.
and you got a raise bonus. So let's see.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna mention what the bonus was.
Anyway, so let's say that you have currently 7 silver from all that work.
Okay.
Stupid cord, get off of me. Why does the cord have to be so annoying? Ugh. Anyway. So would you like me to tell you where the armor shops and clothes shops and all that are?
Yes, please. I'd like a map.
Can you do something with this dice? Oh, it's 'cause it's still in your hand. Can I take that dice?
Yeah, hold on.
There we go. Whoop.
Stop grabbing the table!
I wasn't trying to. Ah! There we go. Alright, let's see how well she explained how to get to these places. She did pretty bad at explaining. But let's, Bailey?
I'm listening.
No, I need you to roll.
Sorry.
I want you to roll to see your map proficiency. Yeah, you're really bad at reading a map, and she didn't explain it very well.
Fucking hell! Oh, the dice hate me!
Alright, so... You... roll again for me, and I want to see your confidence.
Okay.
Okay, you're not very confident either. Okay, so basically what happens is you thank her for helping you and all that, and you leave the guild place. You start walking, you follow the map expertly. And you stop in front of this building that's supposed to be it, and you look at it, you look back down at the map. You go inside. Why am I at the guild again?
Oh my god, I walked in a circle.
You're
Again,
like...
I did get lost in a forest chasing moss.
But you're like, I'm not too confident in these skills right now. I'm not sure what I should do.
I'm
Sounded
gonna
like...
try again.
Okay, what is this roll for map proficiency?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you got a 6.
Not much better, but maybe I'll get somewhere other than the guild.
Let's try your confidence again. You are hella confident.
Better confidence.
Okay, so
Yes.
alright, so this is you. So you go outside the guild. You're looking down at your map, looking at everything, you're going. You're like, yeah, this seems right. Yeah, okay. And you go up, you go into this building, you go right up to the counter, you're like, yes, I'd like to buy some equipment. And her response is, this is the guild. No. I looked at my map. It says that if I go this way and turn there, that I should be at the armor place. She's like, sorry, this is the guild.
Oh dear God.
Would you like an escort?
Fuck, where'd it go?
Would you
Off the dice.
Would you like an escort, Bailey? Bailey, you're just moving your arms as you walk.
That's because I'm pressing down on the button and running.
It's just funny because you're... Anyway, would you like a companion to escort you there?
Yes.
Alright. You didn't get a very good one, according to that roll, but yes, you will get one. It will cost you 5 silver to rent a escort.
That's expensive. Now I don't have money for armor.
I mean, you could...
Fucking hell, we lost the dice again.
I just love your determined walk. Anyway, alright, so you want to do here, let me have that one. You want to give me that better there? Oh. Oop, that's the table. Okay. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this companion's terrible. Hello. I'm gonna call you Marshmallow.
This looks nothing like a marshmallow.
There's an M in there.
What? Just call them Holla.
Hollaback Girl?
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, the companion that you were shown is actually really bad. Here, let's roll a perceptions. It's underneath your tootsies. To see on whether or not you realize they're horrible. You kind of have an idea that they're not the best of companions. Would you like to maybe try to convince her to give you a better companion?
No, because it'll cost more money.
You haven't actually rented him yet.
It still costs more money to get a better companion.
Well, you have to talk to her, and then maybe she'll tell you that or not. What is this, a vocal check to see how well you talk to her?
Sure.
Well, you got a 5, so you didn't talk very well. Alright, well, I guess we're going with the shitty companion, so... Cool. Alright, so... You and person, go wandering. And he's taking you this way, that way. He looks kind of confused. But he keeps walking.
Okay, someone as stupid as me.
And then he takes you to a building. Do you go in with him?
Yes.
Okay. So you walk in, and you're greeted by a friendly merchant. Tall, dark-skinned. He looks nice.
Ooh, is he cute like my husband?
I don't know what your husband looks like.
I married him, so obviously he looks somewhat good. So
I never described
money,
him.
so that might be the reason why I married him.
We're having a unofficial D&D, basically.
Yeah, really bad unofficial D&D.
Yeah, but it's got twists and turns, and she's becoming an adventurer now. So.
Yeah, after being a prostitute.
Of her own accord, she wanted to.
Yeah.
After she was trapped in a forest for a while. Anyway, so man comes and he's like, "Welcome to my armor shop. What are you interested in?"
Some light armor that's relatively inexpensive for its quality.
All right, so what exactly is your budget for armor? You have 2 silver.
Is the money in this it goes from 100 bronze goes to 1 silver and 100 silver goes to 100 gold? Okay.
Yeah.
100 bronze.
100 bronze. Well, that'll get you just a standard city outfit, so it won't give you much protection. Meanwhile, I'm just surprised that you weren't just wait, he actually took us to the right place?
I'm stuck. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well, he got me here. It may not have been the fastest, but he got me here.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Where are you going?
I'm thinking. I'm pacing and I'm thinking. What are the stats on the city wear?
It gives you 1 protection, 1 defense.
What is my current shit I'm wearing give me?
None. It's very tattered and...
Maybe why I'm not the best whore. And I should have rented this stupid ass thing.
Alright, here, take the dice. Roll for bargaining.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it sounded like the same logic you had about, well, he's my husband, so he must be handsome.
Charge me more.
Come back. Bailey, you still have to fail at trying to bargain.
I know, I was walking around the thing.
Alright, are you gonna tell me how you try to bargain right now?
I just want a leather tunic.
Alright, well that'll be 200 bronze for you.
No. 120.
How about 210?
That's not how bargaining works.
It is when you suck at bargaining.
That's not how bargaining works. I'm a princess, I should know. At least that's what I told my husband.
Roll for pity. Yeah, he doesn't pity you. Here, let me... Come on, let me grab the dice. Okay. Okay, so your companion walks over, hears the struggling, and internal dying that's happening. And so he walks over and he puts his hand on the counter and, slides a few coins his way, and he's like, why'd you say it again? Anyway,
Yeah.
he, slides the money over on the counter, and he's like, just get her whatever she wants. And he's like...
Please.
And
She'll kill you otherwise.
Well, your companion doesn't know that. But anyway...
No, but I will.
The companion moves his hand, and the merchant looks down, and he's like... You do realize you just handed me 100 bronze, right? He's like, yeah, that's... She wasn't giving you anything. But nonetheless, he accepts it, and he's like, alright, whatever. So you can get a tunic, I guess, then. A leather tunic. Why do you say that?
I'll take it.
And so he goes over, and he shows you where the leather tunics are. There's not really a difference in, colors, or, but there's, a slight size differences and slight difference in brown.
Okay.
If you'd like to choose which tunic you get.
The darker one.
Alright. So you grab it. He shoos you away, saying that his 100 was fine, whatever, just go.
Okay.
Alright, but now you need to try and find the, I don't know if you wanted to,
Again.
well, either the guild again, or I don't know if you...
daggers are fine.
Okay, you think your daggers are fine? Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's grab some marker. Alright, so you've got 2, protection. Two armor. Ugh, there we go.
Also, kind of
Jesus.
money.
What?
Money.
What about it?
Money.
You didn't lose any.
Because I have 2 silver.
Yeah, you didn't lose any.
My escort paid for it?
Well, yeah, I mean, you did pay 5 silver to have him escort you here. 100 bronze really wasn't that much. I mean, you could have tried bargaining with the lady. So you didn't want to try and go and get, equipment or anything?
No.
Okay.
Just needed to replace my shirt. My pants will be fine for now.
Let me go grab the dice.
Because they ran away again.
Like they love to. Darn it. I got a 15.
Did you roll a 20?
No, it's a 15.
Whoa!
What?
Ah! You rolled a 20 though!
Hello, table.
I'm trying to... Oh, I broke it! Go hide now.
It's fine. I'll just put it over here and it'll reset.
Oh, God, neck.
Anyway, so can you roll for a, luck to get back? Oh, alright, you found your way back really easily. Somehow you realized how to backtrack properly.
Apparently, that is what I'm good at.
Not sure what that noise was.
I don't know, but I'm getting tired.
Yeah? Well, you can
Yeah.
call it a night whenever you'd like. You just got back to the guild.
Oh, that's right. Do I have a... Why did I go back to the guild? I can go back to my husband.
Well, because you wanted to go back to the guild and, I don't know, drop off your person.
Oh, yeah, true. Drop off my person. And then I'm gonna pass out on a bench, okay?
Alright, so this is what ends up happening. So you get back, you walk in, your companion leaves the party, and you walk over to a bench, realize that you haven't slept all night, and pass out. Would you like to...
Sounds good to me.
Can you roll a luck check for me? Cool. So besides the prying eyes of other adventurers, nobody really disturbed you while you were sleeping.
It's because my pants are still covered in bear blood.
I guess you only got a top, didn't you?
I did only get a top for that very reason. Because my shirt was the thing that needed to be replaced.
Well, I mean, your pants aren't doing that great either, but...
I know, but I had half a shirt.
I understand. I was there when you cut it off.
You just smacked yourself.
Oh, I was actually itching my chin, but...
I heard the smack sound, and then your face went, oh!
Oh! Anyway. So are you gonna continue?
What time is it?
I don't know.
What? Tell me what time. What? Really? It's only fucking 1?
Is it?
Yeah, my nephew must have just warned me the fuck out.
Well, I was gonna say you can continue tomorrow, and then maybe Jock will be in your party to help kill goblins.
Yeah! I'll have a friend with Goblin Slayer. I'll fail, but I should probably make a bio.
I mean,
Also,
that might...
I think we really should, like, actually do a D&D campaign.
Well, I mean, I think both of us would need to understand more about how to actually play D&D, but yes, that would be fun.
There's Google.
True.
But I'm not saying, like, doing, like, actual, like, story campaigns. Like, do the shit we're still doing, but have, like, actual, like...
Where you have, like, an actual
like,
character
skill
sheet?
levels, character sheets, stuff like that, yeah.
Well, if you feel like trying to figure all that part out... and then telling me how all that works.
Sure.
The heck was that? You trying to whip?
I don't know. No, I'm not trying to whip.
Well, I was kind of confused because you just kind of... Anywho, so we want to reconvene tomorrow, then?
Sure.
Okay.
And maybe get Jock in here and we can kill some goblins.
Yeah. What time are you thinking?
Oh, afternoon.
Like
Just so I can
3
see.
or something like that?
Well, whenever you wake up, because you always
That's
wake
true.
up later than I do. So...
Well, this morning I had a very interesting dream that I felt like trying to get back into, so I decided to sleep in an extra 5 hours.
5 hours. I wish I had that luxury.
But yeah, whenever works.
Okay.
I don't know if Jock is in chat anymore, but
I don't think so either.
we'll plan
But
for
I had to time out the other
for
guys.
afternoon. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, since he was being weird.
Yeah, they were kind of both being trollish,
Yeah.
so I kind of timed them out for that.
Oh, that works. I I was confused why he wasn't responding anymore.
Because he's timed out for 10 minutes.
Ah. Gotcha. I tried looking over and I could see little things that had been written, and I was like, I have no idea what that says, though, because my computer's all the fucking way over there.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Gotcha.
They were very rude. And not to mention, he was spamming with the same message, so...
Yeah, that's true. Anywho,
Alright.
so...
I will talk to you tomorrow, and I will figure out how to play D&D for real.
Yes.
Because, honestly, I think that would be the most fun.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Plus, it is a big category on Twitch, I'm pretty sure. D&D.
Probably. Alright, so we just need to remember that you,
I fell asleep on a bench.
Can I... Did that take a picture? I don't know if it did or not. There we go. I don't know if that... where that takes the picture to. Does it, like, save it to your PlayStation?
I have no clue, honestly.
Alright, well, I'll just remember that you have 20 health, you have 2 silver left, and the goblins are gonna give you 20 silver. Alright. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.